Okay, in the previous video, I created a kind of, not an infinite loop, but something that was crashing the browser because in the A function, I was calling the function, invoking it with parentheses back here. So it would be going to say, go to this page, and we'd get several of those messages. So it was constantly going to pages, and on those pages it would have more A links, and it would just like go back and forth and back and forth. So it was never, it wasn't good, and we were running out of the stack trace. So yeah, that is fixed. I wonder if we could look at the memory usage. JS memory profiler. Is it in the? Is it in here? I wonder. Performance memory. Heap snapshot photos show memories among include and capture allocation timeline over time. Oh, kick it to the box. And okay, well, opening the gizmo editor. Okay, gizmo editor. This is at 5.2. Is getting more than that. Oh, we're at 1 megabyte now. 5.2 megabyte. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's growing crazily. Pretty consistent. The Gizmo Manager uses significantly more and I don't know why. It was like you bring that up, but I guess it goes right back down. And now we're low again. So in that moment, using a lot of memory. What about immersive? Okay. Stop. Anyway, okay, the whole point of that was changing the way the function was. So now I can emit anything I want. It doesn't have to be menu related. And therefore, when we click the mute unmute button, we don't have to go through this to mute unmute. We can just call the thing that we want to call. So we can emit what now? I think what we want is, I want to say that the mic is on or off. That's what I want to say. So in the button, I just send a message to whoever. It doesn't have to be to this menu thing. So I go menu manager. Where am I? Oh, sorry. Menu manager. We're gonna go to mic, and then the value is just on or off. So if it is a this state muted, hold on, so this has a state in here. We have a state just for the menu stuff. Menu opened, and whether we're muted. So I think this can be better aligned if we use some of that member terminology. So we can say mic. The mic is on or off. And in the initial state will be mic is off. And then when we get warning, not sure. Okay, so here okay, if the menu is open, the toggle menu, okay, the menu operation essentially there's two callbacks. One is the menu, a menu callback and a menu label, and then a mic callback and a mic label. Can you do several of these in one line? Mic callback and mic label. Yeah. Then, okay, if the menu is opened, then you want the menu callback to be function emit menu action name, and the name is if the menu is opened, you want it to be closed menu. And you want the menu label to be closed menu. Otherwise, just switch it around. It'll be open menu. And it'll be menu. And over here, we'll just say menu label. And this will just be callback is menu callback. Similarly, for the if state mic is equal to off, then the mic callback be equal to emit mic, and you want to say make it off, right? Well, yes. Okay, we're saying that we want the mic off to somewhere in the universe. We don't know who's going to take a look at that. And we want the menu label to be because something's going to happen. We don't know if it's actually going to be turned on. Sorry. If it's off, you want to say on. Okay, if it's open, you want to close. If it's closed, you go open. So if it's off, you want to go on. And it's on, you want to go off. So here we're going to say that it's going to be the callback is going to be mic callback, and then this is going to be the mic label. And we're just sending a message to something else. Okay, this is interesting. Menu's opened. Okay, so what happened here? We have an initial state. Mic is not open, editing false, browsing main, and then we want to render. Get rid of this stuff. Okay, we want to render main control. So we've got this stuff. If the menu is opened, show the menu label. Oh. Menu label, mic label, mic label, mic label. Okay, so we got menu, close menu. Okay, this one doesn't do anything. And mic. Okay, so this state mic, is it equal to off? With that. Oh, we're rendering it. Okay, sorry. If you click it, then it does something else. Okay, so we want to emit this thing. Can you actually change the state, though? I think that you could. So we want to say the mic is muted. Mic label is muted. And so you want to unmute. And if it's unmuted, then you want to go mute. But when you do this, you want to do this state mic goes to ... No. The label, we have to have a place for the label. Therefore, we need the mic label. It can be unmute or mute. Or it can be that. So then we have mic label is unmute, which means we're muted. And here we'll just process this state menu label, this state mic label. And we're not using this at all, I don't think. I might as well throw a menu label in there as well. Menu label becomes either menu or close menu. And let this be like opened boolean. label is just menu. Okay, so if we close the menu, then menu opened is false, and menu label is menu. Menu opened is true, and menu label is closed menu. Okay, so here, if it's open, you want to emit this, which is close menu, and you don't have to touch the label here. You don't have to touch the label here, so we'll get the label here. We don't get the label here. You just have to specify the callbacks. And if this state is off, then you say on. I think we could do this dot state dot mic label. It goes into transition here and here. And then this just becomes this dot state dot menu label. Clicking this didn't go through the same loop. So we shouldn't do it here. We have to do it all in the same loop. So even though we're saying we don't care, it's not a menu action per se, but it is something we're interested in, so we could also subscribe to it. So in our list of subscriptions, basically do the same thing as this. Except we're listening for mic, and this state mic is the value, and then you re-render that. That will toggle it immediately. Well, hold on. So it's off. We're getting emit mic on. And now we're listening to Mike and give us the value. So we're getting this, Mike, console.log, getting Mike value. Getting Mike on. Yes, got to change the label. This state dot Mike label equal if value is equal to off, then give us actually just do this. Do the dot dot dot. Doesn't matter which direction it's going. We don't know if we're able to turn it on. Maybe you could even do this to show the previous state is value, or this state Mike, the old value first, going to value, and we'll put this up first. Cut, paste. Oh, it's not an allowed value. Fine. Doesn't matter. Unimportant detail for now. Okay, so that's good. Alright, we've kind of refactored the button arrows here, and then this mute, unmute isn't hooked up to anything, but who else needs to know? Yes, member manager finally needs to know. So I need to listen to member updates, and one of the member updates is myself. And we've set ourselves off with these mic preference, so we need to set that our preference is something. So here we're going to listen to Signal Hub on what now? We're going to listen to Mike. Subscribe. Here's the value. And this member states, and this we should make a function for updating this member state. Key to value. This update self key is Mike pref, and value is value. Update self gets this member states, this orchestrator member ID, and then look for the key to value and say that the key is equal to the value. Member state say of member state. How do you say that? Can TypeScript key of object, key of type operator, key of. Any is not assignable to type never. I don't know. Let me see what the value is of console log this dot member states. So if we unmute, then we say our mic pref is on. Click it again, our mic pref is off. Okay, that's good. Now we need the to observe this somehow over in the WebRTC manager. How do we observe this here? So we can make this a type of observable and then keep publishing to it. So we could scan over let's see, member states could be a series of messages, and you build up the state. We want to know as soon as this thing, and so when the count member states, Even if you had a bunch of people in here, like 100 member states wouldn't get that big. So every time you get a message, you could update member states. A subscribable version. So member manager, and who's going to use member manager? I'm thinking the member manager is set up first, and who did we need? Oh, WebRTC manager. WebRTC. WebRTC manager. Okay, it isn't created yet. Actually, what subscribes? We don't even have a subscription. Okay, so we need to hook this up next time. So, subscribe to Agora when channel is connected, or initialize Agora app when channel is connected. Only join channel, Agora channel, when more than one muted member, and you should leave Agora channel if no unmuted member. All right. So we made miscellaneous progress on this and that. Lots of changes.